If you're an Amazon seller and you're wanting to launch a new product on Amazon, then you gotta keep watching this video because me and John from Seller Candy are about to be explaining the unknown truths and some of the just heads up things that you need to know when you're launching a product on Amazon. It's not all glamorous stuff, and sometimes it's a bit painful, like when you're losing money. Like I just talked to some guys the other day that, they finished their first month and they were down $1,000 bucks. I think maybe it was $4,000 bucks. So it's not all rainbows and butterflies. We're gonna be talking about some of the things that are a little bit more painful. So let's jump into it right away, starting with John kicking us off with what is that first thing you need to keep in mind when launching a new product on Amazon?
Thanks for having me, Ian. So the first thing is cash money. People come to me all the time and say, I've got $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. I want to launch a product and it's going to cost me $15K for my first batch of inventory. And I say, well, you've got to think when you're doing that, you've got to think of ads costs, which are probably going to be equal to your initial product order costs. You've got to think of reordering, and reordering usually about halfway through using up your inventory. So maybe another 50%. So you've really got to budget that money out. So in your spreadsheet, you've got initial inventory, ads, and reordering at 50% through your sales. So you're really not going to run out of money.
Gotcha. Okay. And the next thing that I want to touch on is sales velocity. So when you first launch a product, the first month or two is like the most important month. It's called the honeymoon phase. Okay. So the main thing that you need to focus on is sales velocity and not so much your net profit. Just expect to lose money. That's part of the game. It's part of the Amazon launch strategy. So if you can push sales velocity and have 10 sales a day, I mean, that'd be awesome. Way better than no sales on some days. So how you can push sales velocity is by putting a coupon on the listing. Let's say that your product is $30 normally, put a $10 off, $15 off coupon, have an aggressive coupon, and then run a ton of PPC ads. Those are like the two basic, most easiest ways to drive a lot of sales velocity. But the more sales velocity that you can have, the better you're going to rank organically after the honeymoon period ends. You're going to rank pretty good, decently organically in that honeymoon period. But what's more important is after that honeymoon period.
And the next thing to keep in mind that you can do is to test before you order. So with some amazing tools at the moment, PickFu is one of my favorites. You can actually get your branding, get it mocked up onto a product and compare it to the best sellers in that category. Specifically to your potential buyers. So you can choose in PickFu who you want to target, whether it's general public, whether it's moms in the US who buy from Walmart between 35 and 45, you can target that. And that's an amazing way for you to not waste loads of money on your order by investing, $100 to $500 in testing before you even press the order button with your manufacturer.
Yeah, and to piggyback on that, I'm a huge fan of split testing. We create content at Evolve Media, so we're all about delivering multiple. We actually typically deliver 3 to 5 main white background images to allow our clients to easily split test. Week 1, put image 1, week 2, put image 2, week 3, put image 3, and then look at the click-through rates and see which one gave you the best click-through rates, stuff like that. So what I want to talk about now, the next strategy to keep in mind is launching with the best content that you can possibly have. A lot of people that we talk to on a regular basis, they launch their listing with substandard content because they're like, oh, I just wanted to get it live already. So, they have really bad photos. They got no video. They got no A+ content. Like they don't prioritize content. And nowadays with saturation of sellers and competition at like all-time highs, content is everything. So again, the honeymoon period is everything. So you need to launch with a bang with the best content that you possibly can have, right? To get your conversion rate as high as possible, because the higher conversion rate, the higher your organic ranking is going to be, the overall better performance you're going to see with your ad spend. You're going to have a lower cost of ads, a higher ROAS, a better ACoS, all that stuff. So do not get lazy with the content. Split test your different forms of content. And overall, if you test all these different things that we're talking about, then I guarantee you're going to do a whole lot better launching new products. You're going to be a lot happier, but also keep your expectations in check because again, you're not going to be profitable in your first couple of months. I mean, really, it's about pushing a bunch of units. So, but by month 6 and 8, you should start to really see some good profits at that point. So before we wrap up the video with John, anything else that you want to add as far as this product launch strategy stuff?
The only thing I would do would be to reflect on what you just said and think of the investment in your content like an investment in your ads cost. If you put $5,000 aside to start to launch your product, maybe you should take 1 to 2K of that and put it into amazing quality content, because if your conversion rate is even 20% more, your return on ad spend is going to be exponentially better. So any money you could put into conversion, it's going to rank higher naturally, and also, it's going to give you much better return on ad spend.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks again, John, for jumping on this video with me, man. Before we end this video, can you tell the viewers how to get in touch with you, or what do you guys do over at Seller Candy?
So at Seller Candy, we make it so you never need to talk to seller support again. So if you're ever having issues with seller support, whether that's just the day-to-day mundane operations, raising flat files, creating those tickets and coming back and forth, or it's, emergencies, plans of action, we are your people, and we will take that away from you completely. So if you're interested in that, head to sellercandy.com, check out what we do. If you're interested in how to transition from operator to owner in your Amazon business, you can check out our guide at sellercandy.com/7 steps, number 7 steps.
All right, well, thanks, John. If you guys don't know me real quick, Ian with Evolve Media, we create high-performing content for Amazon sellers, photo shoots, video shoots. We build up brand story sections, A+ content, storefront, everything like that to get your conversion rate as high as possible. So if you want access to our free Amazon listing checklist, go to amzchecklist.com. If that link doesn't work for you, then go to zonchecklist.com. We've been having some issues. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys got some value, and we will catch you in the next one.